Let me start with this. If no one has ever disliked you, criticized you, or doubted you, then maybe, just maybe, you haven't yet stepped into the fullness of who you are. Hate is a strange thing. It creeps in not because you've done something wrong, but often because you've done something right. It shows up when your light begins to shine too brightly for those still trapped in the shadows. Let me tell you a story. A young woman, a single mother working 2 jobs, decided she wanted more. Nights spent studying while others slept. Days grinding while others rested. She climbed the ladder 1 step at a time. Then came the whispers. Who does she think she is? She got lucky. She's too ambitious. Was their hate really about her? No, it was about their fear. Their fear of their own untapped potential. Their fear of the sacrifices they weren't willing to make. Now, let's break this down. The idea that people's hatred is more about them than it is about you is a powerful concept to grasp. At its core, it shifts the focus away from self-doubt and toward understanding the deeper dynamics of human behavior. Often, when someone harbors negative feelings toward you, it stems not from something you've done, but from something they see in themselves when they look at you. It's a reflection of their own insecurities, fears, and unresolved issues. Think about it. When someone achieves success, they often trigger a range of emotions in others. For some, it's inspiration, a reason to dream bigger and work harder. But for others, it stirs feelings of inadequacy or envy. Why? Because your achievements shine a spotlight on their perceived shortcomings. Instead of seeing your success as proof that great things are possible, they see it as a reminder of what they haven't yet accomplished. This can be uncomfortable, even painful, and their response is often to project that discomfort outward. Imagine a scenario where a close friend begins to excel in their career while you're feeling stuck. Instead of celebrating their accomplishments, you might feel a twinge of resentment. This isn't because they've done anything wrong, but because their progress highlights your stagnation. It's a natural human reaction to compare ourselves to others, and when the comparison doesn't favor us, it can lead to negative emotions. The key is understanding that these emotions are about our internal struggles, not the other person's actions. Think about the reverse. If you're the one succeeding, it's easy to become the target of those same feelings in others. Perhaps you've worked tirelessly to reach a goal, long nights, early mornings, sacrifices that most don't see. When you finally break through, some people will cheer for you wholeheartedly. Others, however, may react with skepticism or hostility. They might dismiss your success as luck or downplay your efforts. But here's the truth: their reaction says more about them than it does about you. Understanding this can be liberating. When you realize that the hate directed towards you is a reflection of someone else's internal battles, it becomes easier to detach from it emotionally. Instead of internalizing their negativity or questioning your worth, you can see their reaction for what it truly is: a projection of their struggles. This doesn't mean you excuse bad behavior or allow others to mistreat you, but it helps you approach the situation with empathy and perspective. Take a successful entrepreneur who started with nothing and built a thriving business. Along the way, they've likely faced criticism, doubt, and even outright hostility. Why? Because their journey challenges the narratives others tell themselves about what's possible. If someone has convinced themselves that success is out of reach, or that the system is rigged, watching someone defy those odds can feel threatening. Instead of reevaluating their beliefs, it's easier to criticize the person who succeeded. This dynamic isn't limited to professional achievements. It can happen in personal relationships, creative pursuits, or even lifestyle choices. Maybe you've chosen to prioritize your health and start a fitness journey, and suddenly you notice resistance from people around you. They might make dismissive comments or try to tempt you back into old habits. Again, their reactions are about them, their struggles with discipline, their frustrations with their own health, not thought about you. What can you do? First, don't take it personally. Recognize that their negativity is rooted in their perspective, not your reality. Second, maintain your focus. Let their reactions serve as a reminder that you're doing something meaningful, something that matters enough to provoke a response. Finally, extend compassion not just to them but to yourself. Navigating others' emotions while staying true to your path requires strength and grace. At the end of the day, the way people react to your success or happiness is out of your control. What you can control is how you respond. By understanding that their hate is more about them than it is about you, you free yourself from the weight of their judgment. You can move forward with confidence, knowing that their negativity doesn't define you, it defines them. And in doing so, you allow your light to shine even brighter. When you begin to achieve success, it often creates a ripple effect in the world around you, especially among those closest to you. The changes you make in your life, whether they involve advancing your career, improving your health, or pursuing your passions, have a way of disrupting the comfort zones of others. This isn't necessarily because you're doing anything wrong. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Your growth can serve as a reminder to others of what they could be doing, which may lead to discomfort, resentment, or even hostility. Comfort zones are safe spaces. They are the routines, habits, and mindsets that people cling to because they feel familiar and predictable. Most people don't like to step out of these zones because doing so requires effort, risk, and vulnerability. When you challenge yourself to grow, you unknowingly challenge others to reevaluate their own choices. Your success shines a light on the areas of their lives where they may feel stagnant, and that realization can be unsettling. Imagine you've worked hard to improve your skills and earned a promotion at work. While some coworkers may celebrate your success, others might react differently. They might downplay your achievement, question your methods, or make subtle remarks that suggest you were lucky or favored by management. Why? Because your success forces them to confront their own position. Instead of seeing your promotion as an inspiration or an opportunity to grow, they see it as a disruption to their narrative that nothing ever changes or hard work doesn't pay off. This phenomenon can also be seen in personal relationships. Suppose you decide to prioritize your physical and mental health by adopting a new lifestyle. You start eating healthier, exercising regularly, and setting boundaries to protect your peace. Suddenly you notice that some friends or family members begin to act differently. They might tease you for your choices, discourage you from staying disciplined, or even distance themselves. It's not because your actions harm them directly, it's because your progress highlights areas in their lives where they might feel stuck. The key to navigating this dynamic is understanding that the discomfort others feel isn't about you, it's about them. Their reactions are rooted in their own struggles, fears, and insecurities. When you step out of your comfort zone, you inadvertently challenge the people around you to do the same. For those who aren't ready or willing to take that step, their defense mechanism might be to resist your growth instead of embracing it. It's important to remember that success is not a zero-sum game. Your achievements don't take anything away from others. In fact, they can serve as proof that growth is possible and that change can lead to positive outcomes. However, not everyone will see it this way. Some may view your progress as a threat, feeling as though your success sets a new standard that they're unwilling to meet. This can create tension, jealousy, or even outright hostility. How do you handle this? First, stay focused on your journey. Your growth is about you, not about gaining approval or validation from others. Understand that you can't control how people react to your success, but you can control how you respond. Second, show empathy. While it's not your responsibility to fix someone else's discomfort, understanding where it comes from can help you navigate those relationships with grace and compassion. Finally, surround yourself with those who uplift and support you. Seek out people who celebrate your victories and encourage your growth. As you continue to pursue success, there will always be moments when your ambition challenges the status quo. Not everyone will cheer you on, and that's okay. Growth often comes with resistance, both internally and externally. What matters is that you stay true to your path, knowing that the discomfort you create in others is not a reflection of your worth, but a byproduct of the changes you inspire. The discomfort your success stirs in others is a testament to the power of your transformation. Instead of letting it deter you, use it as a reminder that you're breaking new ground not just for yourself, but for everyone watching. Your courage to step out of your comfort zone might just be the spark someone else needs to step out of theirs. Being different in a world that values conformity can often make you a target for criticism or even hatred. When you choose to walk your unique path, you inherently challenge societal norms and the expectations of those around you. People tend to find comfort in predictability and sameness, and when someone dares to stand out, it disrupts that sense of order. This disruption can make others uncomfortable, and their discomfort often manifests as criticism, judgment, or even hostility. But understanding why this happens can empower you to keep moving forward with confidence and clarity. Consider someone who pursues an unconventional career path, perhaps an artist, an entrepreneur, or an activist. Their choice to follow a passion that doesn't align with traditional ideas of stability or success may invite skepticism or disapproval. It's not because their path is wrong, it's because it's unfamiliar. People tend to fear what they don't understand, and rather than trying to understand, they resort to criticism as a way to protect their own worldview. This dynamic isn't limited to big, life-changing decisions. It can show up in everyday situations. Imagine deciding to adopt a minimalist lifestyle, choosing to live with less in a society driven by consumerism. Friends or family might ridicule your decision, not because there's anything wrong with it, but because it challenges their beliefs about success and happiness. Your choice forces them to reflect on their own lifestyle, and that reflection can be uncomfortable. At the heart of this issue lies the human tendency to seek validation through agreement. People often feel reassured when others share their values, beliefs, or choices. When you deviate from the norm, you unintentionally challenge that reassurance. Your decision to think or act differently may make others question their own choices, and not everyone is ready to confront those questions. Instead of acknowledging their discomfort, they project it onto you in the form of criticism or resentment. It's important to recognize that being different isn't a flaw, it's a strength. Some of the most impactful people in history, innovators, leaders, and visionaries, were those who refused to conform. Their willingness to embrace their individuality, even in the face of resistance, allowed them to create lasting change. Think of figures like Albert Einstein, who challenged conventional thinking in science, or Rosa Parks, who stood up against societal norms to ignite a movement. Their paths weren't easy, but their courage to be different changed the world. On a more personal level, embracing your uniqueness is essential for living an authentic life. Trying to fit into someone else's mold may win you temporary acceptance, but it often comes at the cost of your own happiness and fulfillment. When you choose to be true to yourself, you may lose some people along the way, but the ones who remain will value you for who you truly are. Navigating the challenges of being different requires resilience and a strong sense of self. First, understand that criticism often says more about the critic than it does about you. Their discomfort with your choices is a reflection of their own fears, insecurities, or lack of understanding. By recognizing this, you can avoid internalizing their negativity. Second, surround yourself with like-minded individuals who appreciate and support your uniqueness. Finding a community that shares your values can provide encouragement and affirmation when the world feels isolating. Use the resistance you face as fuel for your growth. Every challenge, every judgment, and every obstacle is an opportunity to strengthen your resolve and deepen your commitment to your path. Remember that being different is not a weakness, it's what sets you apart and allows you to bring something new and valuable to the world. Standing out is a sign that you're daring to live authentically, to think independently, and to pursue your unique purpose. While it may provoke criticism, it also inspires admiration and creates a ripple effect of change. By embracing your individuality and refusing to shrink in the face of resistance, you not only honor yourself but also pave the way for others to do the same. The courage to be different is what transforms a life of mediocrity into a life of meaning and impact. When you refuse to fit into the mold others have created for you, it can stir discomfort, resistance, or even outright hostility. Society often imposes expectations on how we should live, think, and behave, crafting a template of what is acceptable or normal. When you step outside these boundaries, choosing to embrace your individuality, challenge conventions, or pursue a path that's uniquely yours, you disrupt the status quo. This disruption forces people to confront their own beliefs, insecurities, or unfulfilled potential, and that confrontation can manifest as negative reactions toward you. The pressure to conform begins early in life. Families, schools, and communities often have unspoken rules about what success or respectability looks like. These expectations can be as simple as pursuing a certain career, living a certain lifestyle, or adhering to specific cultural or social norms. For many, fitting into these molds feels safe. It provides a sense of belonging and avoids conflict. But for those who dare to step away from these expectations, the journey can be met with resistance. Imagine a person born into a family where generations have followed the same career path. Perhaps their parents and grandparents were all doctors or lawyers, and they're expected to continue the tradition. But instead, they feel drawn to the arts, entrepreneurship, or another less conventional path. The family might react with disappointment, confusion, or even anger. To them, this deviation from tradition feels like a rejection of their values or a threat to their identity. However, it's not about rejecting the family, it's about choosing authenticity and pursuing a life that aligns with personal passion and purpose. This pattern also appears in social groups. Suppose you're part of a circle where everyone shares the same habits, interests, or beliefs, and you decide to make a change. Perhaps you stop participating in certain activities, adopt new values, or pursue a dream that seems unusual to the group. Your choice to grow or evolve can make others feel left behind or challenged. Instead of celebrating your growth, they might criticize it because it reminds them of their own stagnation. The discomfort others feel when you refuse to fit their mold often stems from fear. They fear the unknown that your choices represent. They fear being judged for not taking similar risks. They fear losing the version of you that aligns with their expectations. Instead of addressing these fears, they may try to pull you back into conformity, often through criticism, guilt, or ostracism. This isn't necessarily malicious. It's a defense mechanism to protect their own sense of order. Choosing to reject societal molds is not an act of rebellion for rebellion's sake. It's an act of self-respect and courage. It means valuing your unique perspective, talents, and dreams enough to prioritize them over the expectations of others. It means understanding that your worth isn't determined by how well you fit into someone else's vision of who you should be. It's about living authentically, even when it's difficult. The journey of embracing your individuality requires resilience and clarity. First, you must understand your own motivations. Why are you making these choices? What is the deeper purpose driving your actions? Having a clear sense of self helps you stay grounded when faced with criticism. Second, practice empathy for those who resist your choices. Their negativity often comes from a place of fear or misunderstanding. By responding with patience and understanding, you can diffuse conflict and maintain your focus. Another crucial step is surrounding yourself with people who value and encourage your individuality. Seek out those who celebrate your growth and challenge you to become the best version of yourself. These allies can provide support and affirmation when the pressure to conform feels overwhelming. Remember that every great innovator, leader, or creator faced resistance for breaking the mold. They succeeded not because they avoided criticism, but because they persisted despite it. By staying true to yourself, you're not only living authentically, but also inspiring others to do the same. Refusing to fit into a mold is about embracing the freedom to define your own path. It's about understanding that your uniqueness is your strength, and that living authentically is the greatest gift you can give to yourself in the world. While it may not always be easy, the rewards of a life lived true to your values far outweigh the challenges. Jealousy is a powerful emotion, and it often arises when others perceive that you have something they want but don't have. Whether it's your success, confidence, relationships, or even your happiness, these qualities can become triggers for envy in those who feel lacking in their own lives. The truth is, when people see you thriving, it forces them to confront their own insecurities or areas where they feel they've fallen short. For some, this confrontation is motivating, but for others, it can lead to resentment, bitterness, or even outright animosity. Imagine someone who has been striving for success in their career but hasn't yet reached their goals. Then they see you achieving milestones, being recognized for your hard work, or experiencing breakthroughs they've longed for. Instead of celebrating your achievements, they may feel a pang of jealousy. This reaction isn't about you personally, it's about their own frustration with their perceived lack of progress. Your success acts as a mirror, reflecting back their unfulfilled ambitions, and that can be painful to face. This dynamic doesn't only apply to professional success. It can happen in other areas of life as well. For instance, if you have a strong, loving relationship and someone else is struggling in their personal life, they may envy what you have. Your happiness may serve as a reminder of what they desire but feel they're missing. Even your confidence, positivity, or resilience can trigger jealousy in others who are grappling with self-doubt or challenges they find hard to overcome. Jealousy often manifests in subtle ways. Someone might downplay your accomplishments, offer backhanded compliments, or try to minimize your success by attributing it to luck rather than effort. They may gossip, criticize, or distance themselves from you. These behaviors are defense mechanisms, ways of coping with the internal discomfort jealousy creates. While their actions can be hurtful, it's important to recognize that their behavior stems from their own struggles, not from any wrongdoing on your part. Understanding this dynamic can help you navigate these situations with empathy and grace. The first step is to remind yourself that you are not responsible for someone else's feelings of inadequacy. Your achievements and happiness do not diminish others, they simply highlight areas where they might feel unfulfilled. Recognizing this allows you to avoid internalizing their negativity. Instead of questioning your worth or second-guessing your success, you can acknowledge that their jealousy is a reflection of their journey, not a critique of yours. At the same time, it's important to approach these situations with compassion. While you shouldn't diminish your accomplishments to make others comfortable, you can be sensitive to their feelings. For example, instead of boasting or flaunting your success, share your journey in a way that highlights the effort, challenges, and perseverance it required. This can inspire others rather than alienate them, showing that success is attainable through hard work and resilience. It's also essential to set boundaries when jealousy turns toxic. If someone's envy leads to ongoing negativity, criticism, or attempt to cause your growth, you have every right to protect your energy and well-being. Surround yourself with people who celebrate your wins and uplift you rather than those who try to bring you down. A strong support system can help you stay grounded and focused on your goals, even in the face of jealousy. Let the presence of jealousy serve as a reminder that you're making an impact. If others envy you, it's often because you're achieving something meaningful. Instead of letting their negativity discourage you, use it as motivation to keep moving forward. Remember, your success is proof that hard work and determination pay off, and it's a testament to what's possible for anyone willing to pursue their dreams. Jealousy is a natural part of human relationships, especially when success is involved. By understanding its roots and responding with empathy, resilience, and self-awareness, you can rise above it without letting it derail your progress. Stay focused on your journey, celebrate your achievements unapologetically, and use your success as a source of inspiration, not only for yourself but for those willing to learn and grow alongside you. There's a certain irony in how some people feel resentment toward those who remind them of their unfulfilled potential. When you strive for greatness or live boldly, you inadvertently become a mirror reflecting what others could achieve if they dared to push beyond their limits. For some, this reflection inspires admiration or motivation. For others, it triggers discomfort and even animosity. The resentment isn't about your achievements or personality, it's about the gap between where they are and where they feel they could be. Unfulfilled potential is often a heavy burden to bear. Many people carry dreams, ambitions, or talents they've neglected, whether due to fear, doubt, or circumstances. When they encounter someone like you, actively pursuing goals and making progress, it forces them to confront their own choices. They may ask themselves why they aren't where they want to be, or why they haven't taken the necessary steps toward their aspirations. This self-questioning can be uncomfortable. And instead of channeling that discomfort into growth, some may project their frustration onto you. Imagine a colleague who once shared similar aspirations but chose a path of safety and complacency while you decided to take risks and pursue opportunities. Your success can become a reminder of what they might have achieved if they had taken similar chances. Instead of celebrating your progress, they may resent you because it shines a light on what they perceive as missed opportunities. This reaction isn't about your actions, but about their internal struggle with unfulfilled dreams. This dynamic also occurs in friendships and family relationships. Someone who sees your courage, ambition, or resilience might feel threatened because it contrasts sharply with their own inertia. For instance, a friend who has long talked about starting a business or pursuing a passion might feel uneasy when they see you making those same dreams a reality. They may feel like your actions highlight their lack of action, even though that was never your intention. It's crucial to understand that this resentment is rarely about you. It's about the inner conflict they're experiencing, the tension between what they want to be and where they currently are. When people see someone actively working toward their potential, it can bring their own inaction into sharper focus. Instead of embracing this realization as a catalyst for growth, they may choose to distance themselves, criticize, or diminish your efforts as a way to ease their discomfort. Navigating these situations requires both emotional intelligence and resilience. First, it's essential to maintain perspective. You cannot control how others perceive your actions or what emotions they attach to your success. What you can control is how you respond. When faced with resentment, strive for empathy. Recognize that their reaction stems from their own struggles, not from anything you've done wrong. This understanding can help you respond with compassion rather than defensiveness. You must protect your own energy. While empathy is important, it doesn't mean tolerating negativity or allowing it to derail your progress. If someone's resentment turns toxic, it's okay to create distance or set boundaries. Surround yourself with individuals who celebrate your growth and encourage your journey. These positive influences will help you stay focused and motivated even when faced with criticism. Another way to approach this dynamic is by being an inspiration rather than a threat. Share your journey in a way that emphasizes the challenges you've overcome and the lessons you've learned. Be open about the fears, failures, and setbacks that shaped your success. This transparency can help others see that achieving potential isn't about perfection, but about persistence and courage. Your story can serve as a reminder that it's never too late to start working toward personal growth. People's resentment toward your pursuit of potential is a reflection of their own internal battles. It's not your responsibility to resolve those battles for them, but you can choose to lead by example. Stay committed to your journey, knowing that your courage to grow and evolve might inspire others to do the same even if they don't express it directly. By embracing your potential unapologetically, you give others permission to explore their own. Not everyone will cheer for you along the way, and that's okay. What matters is that you continue to honor your own path, living as proof that it's possible to transform dreams into reality. Your commitment to growth is not just a testament to your strength, but a beacon of hope for those who are ready to rise to their own greatness. As we reflect on the reasons why people might secretly harbor negativity toward you, we uncover a deeper truth. These reactions are less about you and more about what you represent in their lives. Whether it's your confidence, success, individuality, or refusal to conform, your growth often serves as a mirror showing others what they could be, what they've lost, or what they fear to pursue. But here's the most important takeaway: none of this should ever stop you. The judgments, criticisms, and negativity you face are part of the price of standing out, of daring to live authentically and unapologetically. If anything, these challenges are proof that you're on the right path, a path not everyone will understand, but one that is uniquely yours to walk. Turn criticism into fuel, resistance into resilience, and envy into motivation. Be the person who inspires others not through perfection, but through persistence. Remember that your light might cast shadows in some corners, but it also illuminates the way for those who are ready to embrace their own potential. Keep striving, keep growing, and keep believing in your vision. The world doesn't need another person who blends in, it needs you. In all your boldness, individuality, and strength, face the doubts, the whispers, and even the hate with grace and confidence. Use them not as obstacles, but as stepping stones to something greater. Because at the end of the day, your purpose is not to fit into someone else's expectations, but to become the person you were meant to be. Stand tall, be proud, and continue to rise, because the only opinion that truly matters is the one you hold of yourself. Keep shining. The world needs your light. Thank you.